Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is AndySCovell, and today we're going to be talking about something pretty unique. We're going to be talking about 6-stop mods, and I know a lot of people have been talking about 6-stop mods. People know how they work, what they do, what have you, but today we're actually going to be talking about who to 6-stop mod. That's a very confusing question for people, so we're going to kind of get right into it and see how you start. So to get into it, you can do your mod battles. You got your health, your defense, you got your critical damage. You're going to have your you're going to have your tenacity, offense, potency, speed, which of course this is one of the most popular mods that you want to get to, obviously unlock. Obviously, mod challenges are going to get your actual mods, but this is very important because the final tier, because you have to unlock all these 1 through 8 in order to get to the final tier, which is, of course, going to be the 9s. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. These are all the different pieces you need, because you need to get the salvage, of course, to craft, to slice, to get the mod slicing to work. Everyone knows that, typically, but to recap some of the different pieces, it's always going to be on the 9 level. So, this is going to get your mods from white dot, white mods to green, from green to blue, blue to purple, and purple to gold. So, they're going to stay the same color that they originally are at, but once whatever color they're at, that's what they're going to be at. But depending on the color, that's how many upgrades you're going to get on your speed and some of your other important secondary mods. So a green will always be a green until you get it to 6-dot. Basically to the gold. And then once you get it to the gold, you're good to go, and you can keep getting it to blue. But they all start at one level until you actually slice. Okay, so that's very important. But we're going to be getting into how to actually what tunes to actually use. A lot of people don't know what to use. People understand their arena teams. Their arena teams are going to be very important to them. They're going to want their arena teams to be strong. All right, and so they're going to probably first 6-dot their arena team, which of course will probably consist of like Treya, maybe Bastilla. Now CLS is creeping up there, but we'll kind of break some stuff down for you. We're going to show you some of the different tunes that I recommend and how it can ultimately help out. But right now we're just going to use an example of Bossk. So I have him all 6-dot. We're going to break down. He's got his, his offense, and these aren't the fastest speeds I have, but they are very fast. They're definitely up there, and you can kind of see how strong. Now a lot of people might think going with a speed set. I like the critical damage because of his basic. Plus I do actually run bounty hunters in arena, so I'm practicing what I'm preaching, and yes, I do run bounty hunters in arena. Once in a blue moon I'll switch it out, but for the most part I run a Django lead. But this kind of gives you an idea of the power of the mods. You could see that speed is pretty fast. 129, and that's with critical damage. Tenacity is high, which is going to help him out. His damage is, it's okay. It doesn't really, nothing to be right home about. I like the armor a lot. I'm a big armor fan, simply because taking 44% less damage is always nice. That's huge, but the mods make a huge difference now. The 6-dot, just as much as really, if not maybe more so than the G12 Plus, the Gear 12 Plus pieces. So yeah, that's a fully maxed Bossk, and that's very important. That's since he's in my arena and I run him in arena, it's very important that he's very good and very hard to kill, and having a little extra offense. But he's not the only tune we're going to be talking about. But we're going to break down, and ships are very important. So when you're thinking of 6-dot mods, if you do crew members, it's actually going to make the ships better. Okay, so a ship will gain a speed for every 2 6-dot mods on each character. That's important. So if you do, let's say, a cross, and then you do a circle 6-dot mod on a crew member, the ship should go up 1 speed. All right, and this is the crew member. So here's some of the different crew members you can take a look at. And yes, I know my little Thrawn's sitting over there with no Zetas. That's just one I've never got around to. I know that's a very popular one. Eventually, but there's just too much stuff coming out right now. I have most of the main popular Zetas, though, that you need in the game, but it kind of gives you an idea of some of the different ones. The crew members, and yeah, like I said, getting the crew members. If you can do a crew member as well as a tune that works in Territory Wars, as well as a tune that works in raids, it's going to make your life a million times easier because you can hit many birds with one stone, which is very nice, instead of just one tune in one situation in one event. So I try to use a criteria of what 2 areas can this tune fit in, and if they can fit in at least 2 of the areas of the multiple of the 3 or 4, then I'm fine. If it can't, then they're probably not going to be one I'm looking at. But we're going to break it down. We're going to go into our first one here. We're going to look at Thrawn. All right. Now, again, I don't have any Zetas on him. But a lot of people like Thrawn. Most people have him Zeted. At least 1 Zeta, if not 2. And what's nice about Thrawn is getting him Zeta. First of all, it's going to make him very fast, of course. That's 12 extra speed on the G12 plus pieces. But even if you get, the extra 7 speed, and where you get 7 speed from is 1 from each of the other mods aside from the arrow, which will get you 2 at least. So you have guaranteed 7 speed. If you can outbeat the other Thrawn in your arena, a mirror match, it's going to make your life a lot easier. That's going to be massive. Being able to switch turn meter with a tune on your team to do some sort of crazy effect, it's going to really complicate the battle. Is going to be huge because he has a lot of control. It's also going to make his capital ship a little faster, and nobody's going to complain about a faster capital ship. So if you're struggling in arena and you seem to always go second a lot, it might be because their Thrawn has some more 6-dot mods than what yours has, and that makes a big difference. So if you're going to 6-dot a tune, definitely Grand Admiral Thrawn is a great character to do. Nobody's ever going to question his and his capital ship. That's massive. The next one we're going to talk about is fun. I like him. It's Poe Dameron. Now, why him? Well, let's break it down. So his speed, I got him at decent speed. He's 281. That's pretty solid, actually, for a Poe Dameron. What's nice about him is he's still valuable in a resistance team, and that's going to be very important. But here's the other part that he's really great at. Look at his ship. He's going to help out your ship, too. Another ship tune. Look at that. 197 speed. Now, I'm not saying you want to put that in your starting lineup, but you put him as a reinforcement. He even has a little bit extra speed to go first. He can start one shot and ships left and right, which is going to make it really nice. And his ship is very good. It easily takes out TIE Fighter, the Imperial version. And check this out. He's going to work very well with, Finn. And that's what you really want, is you want Poe Dameron in your Finn-led team with the Zeta. And that's going to get the exposes going off quick. And yes, this team can beat Traya, which is always nice. But if you're not fast enough, and that's the problem with Poe, is potency and speed, that's a big issue. If you're able to go ahead and 6-dot mod Poe, having an extra even 2 or 3 speed is going to make a big difference in arena or territory wars or anywhere you go, because you're going to be faster than the opponent. The other thing is with Poe, if you can go ahead and that's what I'm going to be focusing on here shortly, if you can get his cross, it'd be great. Next one is an obvious one, Nest. So Nest, I mean, you can't say enough good things about Nest. One of the best characters in the game. Mine's pretty fast. Mine's a 312 speed. I also have some G12 plus, obviously, on her. Pretty solid, good damage for sure. Very fast, okay potency. But this can change the entire game of a match, because if you're able to outspeed your opponent, you AoE daze everyone, and now the turn meter's manipulated, it's messed up. Great against Palpatine teams, really hurts them very bad in arena for sure. Nest does have some roles in the raid, but I don't like to give away all my raid strategy. Does have to do with bounty hunters, but Nest is a very good tune for that. We're going to go back to Bossk, but we're not going to play a lot with him because we've already covered him. But with Bossk, first off, he's a great bounty hunter. He's going to help you in your cargo ship events that happen, the contraband events, which is always nice. He's going to help you in territory battles because he's a great tune. He's a great tank. Taunts, I mean, he's just great. But the other reason is because of his Hound's Tooth. if you can get a max Hound's Tooth, because remember, even though he gets the speed, there's extra little damage and defense that he also gets. So what'll be nice is when you have to go against a fully maxed Hound's Tooth, it's scary. Going against a Hound's Tooth is very scary, especially a maxed one, because it's so hard to kill. And if you can keep Taunt up and you can keep, you know, his debuff going, you know, is going to be just, you know, Breach. It's just going to be crazy. So he's a great one to really work on and get him maxed out. These are just some suggestions I would definitely recommend if you're confused or not sure where you need to start. And we're not all experts here, but this does make a big difference on your team. So we're going to show you another really great tune here that I think will make a big difference for you guys in multiple areas of the game. We're going to take a look at Yoda. Now, the nice thing with Yoda is he's already really fast. He's one of the fastest tunes in the game. Not the fastest, but one of them. And the nice thing about him is if you get him fast, he just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And the thing is, he doesn't stop. He does not stop at all. And that's what's really nice about him is he just keeps going and going and going. And if you can get him fast enough, he's going to be spreading around all those buffs, and it can really hurt people. I mean, great in territory war, offense or defense. Great in the raid, especially the second phase of the Heroic Sith raid. Great, I mean, for all aspects of the raid for sure, but obviously Heroic Sith raid, he's great in the second phase. Mine's decent, fast. Anymore, it used to be if you were fast, you know, really fast, it was over 100 speed. Now it's like mods are so crazy. It's like, well, I mean, 110 speed on a Grandmaster Yoda is still not quite the fastest, but you could kind of see that, you can imagine him just keep getting Terminator because he manipulates it with his specials too. So great tune to have for sure, and helps propel your Jedi teams. Now, especially with Revan coming around the corner, right? That's a totally different conversation for a different day. Let's get into Darth Nihilus. I think he's a good one too, but he has multiple purposes. So the nice thing about him, and I need to probably mod him a little bit better, he's about 115 speed, but and getting him faster, you know, having mirror matches to see who can beat the Scion and the Darth Nihilus in Arena can help. Of course, you know, smart players can go back and forth and make some things happen, like use Thrawn or isolate on Darth Nihilus. But his AoE, everybody knows that. He deals a special damage, he increases cooldowns, you know, it gets him closer to his insta-kill Annihilate. So, really good ability, obviously. But the thing that's really nice about also the 6-stop mods, aside from the speed, is that you can get his defense up, which means he's going to be harder to kill because everybody's going to try everything they can do to kill him. I have protection on him. I actually probably would change it to health. It just happens to be my faster secondary speeds, but if you change his triangle and his circle to health and got them 6-dot, whew, he keeps stacking health with the enemies with the extra bonuses. He could be even harder to kill than what he is now. So 6-dotting him wouldn't just benefit him on speed, it'd benefit him on defense too, to keep alive so he can get off his Annihilate. That's huge. We're going to get into Boba Fett. Now, he's a very not used tune anymore. However, he pairs well with Bossk. So nice thing with him is, and I've kind of discovered this, you know, playing this on my own, but getting him very fast is actually very important for multiple reasons. One is his unique gives him speed when his contract goes off. But look at this. I have him 136 extra speed, so he's 295 speed. Awesome. It's very fast. I'm very proud of him, by the way. I got a little potency on him, and the reason why I wanted to get some potency on him is I want to make sure I can AoE. What's the point? Well, if you start a match with Boba Fett and you can AoE the enemy, which gives everybody ability block and then the target ability block for 2 turns, that makes a massive difference. You can, just like Nest disrupts the beginning of the battle, your Boba Fett can disrupt the entire start of the battle too. Now, naturally, if you're going against Trey teams, it's a little more difficult because she cleanses on her own. But imagine getting off that AoE shot. You know, and now nobody can use any specials, or half the team can use specials now, and it's a massive disruption. Plus, when his contract goes off, if you have him in a bounty hunter team, he just gets to keep going over and over again. So he kills somebody, then he gets his protection health back, and just can rinse and repeat. So that's really nice. Plus, the other thing is, it helps his ship. Now, his ship isn't fast to begin with. You'll notice a maxed Boba Fett is only going to get him 158 with 6 dots, but it gives him a little extra damage. And it actually does help out as a reinforcement if you need it. You know, so if you do decide to run him as a reinforcement, he doesn't have the strongest one now, but still, it's solid for sure. Now we're going to get into, another one. Now, people, with this next one I'm about to show you guys, you may or may not disagree with this one, but personally, myself, I actually really do like him, and that's First Order Officer. This is my biased pick of the day. The reason why I like him so much is he's another control guy, right? So, just the same as Poe, having him fast is going to make a massive difference. Now, you see 262 speed. He's actually pretty fast. But since you're going to operate him under a Kylo Ren unmasked, likely, you could do a Phasma 2 for sure, but you're going to have to go against slower opponents. But the thing is, if he gets 100% speed, or has 30 extra speed, he's going to be, over 290. So now he can go ahead and call Kylo Ren to AoE or a First Order Stormtrooper to buff the team and gives it a little turn meter and defense. And so it's really nice about him is getting him to go first. Controlling on offense or defense could make a huge play in the battle. Plus, he can cleanse, which is always nice. So keeping him going, he's like the little engine that keeps the First Order team going. Plus, since he's kind of squishy, getting him 6 dots is going to give him more defense. It's going to give him more health or protection. Well, the protection, you only get 0.5%, but if you were running health with him, it would give him a little more health, give him a little more offense. So you can really, make him work a little bit better than where he's at for sure. Again, as far as what you use, protection or health, it doesn't matter so much. But still, the defense makes a big difference, so trust me. And plus, if you can get him, closer to 40,000 health, massive difference. Massive. This is the rest of my collection here. Just kind of giving you a little overview if there's anyone else that I find that would be important. We're going to hit this one. I mean, most people think, you don't need any more. Well, this one is a huge one here. Asajj Ventress. Now, why is she important? Well, the 6-dot mods... Speed, of course, is going to be important because if the enemy doesn't have buffs, she's going to be real fast, right? So you want her to get really fast, 15% turn meter, right, per non-buffed enemy. So what's cool is it's going to make her go fast. She's going to hit more. But that's not the only part. Look at the offense here. Look at the defense, because she's going to gain stacking critical chance and offense. So if you can already start from a good place, I'm just showing you her mods here. Look at the critical damage. If you could start from a good place, you're going to really be able to crank that stuff up. You're going to crank her damage up because you're already starting at a place with more offense. So that percentage is you're going to stack it more. So in the Sith raid, the heroic Sith raid, she's going to do well. In territory wars, offense or defense, she's going to do well. She's going to hit a little harder. Her bumps will seem a little bit more noticeable. That'll make a big. I know some people that run her that way, and that's going to make a massive difference. Also, because she stacks, getting her triangle, which is going to be huge, getting her critical damage triangle to higher damage is going to be massive. So you go from the 36% to the 42%. Wow. Can you imagine that? And remember, her critical chance stacks, and that's because of Rampage. We'll read this out loud. When any ally or enemy is defeated, Asajj gains 35% turn meter and gains 15% offense, 15% critical chance, of 5% max health stacking until the end of the encounter. Asajj has plus 15 speed for each enemy with no buff. So that's nice. So the extra 15 speed, I think I might have said percentage of speed, incorrect, plus 15 speed, is going to make her go real fast. And that's also, if you get her health, her circle health mod, to plus 16 speed, that's going to be massive too because, again, she's getting way more health than the 5.88. But look at this critical damage. So imagine adding a little extra offense, and that's going to be huge for her, and she'll be able to AoE, she'll be able to cleanse quicker, do way more damage. So she doesn't just benefit from the extra speed, she'll benefit from more offense, more health too. So that's a nice one that I know in that, again, multiple areas of the game. You can run an arena, heroic Sith raid. Yeah, so let's get into BB-8. Now, he'll be really my last one that we go over today. BB-8's really good. A lot of people say, oh, he doesn't need any more speed. Look, speed is king. The more speed, the better. If you could get him faster, great. Because especially like if you're looking at teams like the tank raid, you can keep, as the Akbar lead, you can keep running a special that just keeps making Commander Luke Skywalker or whoever, keep mass assisting over and over and over and over again. So faster the better. It will also get to his Illuminate Destiny faster. I mean, you can't say, oh, he should get less speed. The other thing is, too, to keep him alive longer, because you'll be able to add some more health. Protection really is non-existent, but more defense. Offense, he's not really going to be playing an offense role of any sort. Maybe when he counters, if you have his Zeta, but at the end of the day, it's not going to make that big of a difference there. The important part is really just, this one's going to be more just purely based on speed. So if you want to get a lot more speed and go first plus, really help out your droid allies, and if you can outspeed the opponent, Raid Jedi Train doesn't work much in Arena anymore, but that's that. And he works in raids and territory wars as well. So anyway, guys, that was what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you some tunes that you could 6-stop mod that would instantly make some of your teams that maybe you don't play or aren't used to playing in a much better situation for sure. And I'm just kind of showing you real quick a little bit about the crew members. That's going to be important. If you can 6-stop a tune that also happens to play a crew member role and pilots a ship, that's going to be double benefits for you. Like I said, I showed you Thrawn, Bossk, and Boba Fett. But that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I will go ahead and I'll go buy a real quick chest in the menu here in the shipments, which this is really cool. So if you need help with 6-stop mods, going in there and buying, I'm going to buy the 30 right now, or the 40 now, and that should be it. So guys, please subscribe, and guys, keep on gaming and have a great day. I'll see you later.